Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lenka, and I'm going to tell you a story about ordinary project. Once upon a time, my team was asked to create a product. The product consists of two separate applications. One is the mobile application that is supposed to work on both platforms, iOS and Android. And the second one is the web application that should be responsive, and also it has additional thing, which is admin mode. Also, the mobile application has to work offline. And then there are some common features which both applications share. They have to be secured with the password, they have to communicate with the backend server, and they have to be able to submit and gather reports about healthcare data. So we dig a bit deeper, and we decide that iOS and Android application can be written in React Native because it supports it out of the box. And because Facebook says, learn once, write everywhere, we went for React for the web application. Then we had a lot of common stuff, the security, the forms, reports, and so on. All of it we have been able to done in Redux. For offline functionality, it's somewhat related only of the part of the communication between the app and the server, and for the admin mode as basically the security thing. If we look inside the Redux, we were able to reuse all the API calls. We were using observables for those, all the data transformations, and so on. We use Ramda to help us a little bit with that. I don't know if you are familiar with Ramda. Who doesn't know that? Okay, it's a cool library for function programming. You have all the things like currying and so on. And it has similar things as Slowdash, but it's better because it has the functional parameters in the correct order. Also, we reuse all the states, the authentication logic, but there were also some parts which we had to implement per platform, basically all the UIs, the persistence on mobile, which we use Redux Persist, and also we had to integrate libraries for authentication. But then we were happy that we can reuse a lot of code because it means for us less work with testing and so on. And then the question came, how are we going to do that? In the build time, it's not an issue, but when you work with that on everyday basis, you would like to keep all those things like hot reloads, to be able to change something and propagate it. How we can do that? So the first idea came that we just symlink it. But believe me or not, some people use Windows, and symlinks on Windows doesn't work as expected. So we throw away this idea. We had to find something more robust that will work cross-platform. So how? There was the idea to put everything in one project. But I think everybody prefers spaghetti on their plate rather than in code. So this wasn't the correct path. The other thing was maybe to use Git submodules. I've been there, I've done that, and it's not feasible. When I think that I was a junior who just really learned how the Git push works, and they tell me, so we are going to use Git submodules. It's cool. It's just another repository which is linked to the previous repository, and it has its own history. All right, I definitely love this. Well, so what can we use? How can we do it that we will keep all those cool features and actually don't do any additional work? How to automate it? So we got an ultimate idea. To use the whole power of NPM by using a local dependency. We just wrap all the common stuff put it in the folder, and make it a node package. Then we link it inside our package.json in the mobile application and the web application, and install it. It works, only it has a little flaw. Every time you do change in your Redux, you have to reinstall. Well, and I guess that downloading half the internet every time you would change something in your Redux, it's not a way. So we wrote a Gulp task that is run when you start your environment, and it watches for changes, and every time you make a change, it copies a file into node modules, and basically that's it. I'm still not sure if it's the most elegant way, but it works for us, and it's approved. So thank you for your attention. I would like to send big thanks to my team, and see you around.
Lenka, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's have a look at questions, if there are any here.
I would rather answer the questions on the bar. I think there will be more place for it.
Spoken as a true Czech, yes. What do you think about Lerna?
Oh.
Lerna.
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, that was a quick answer. Don't you think that monorepo would be way more simple?
Maybe. I think it didn't come into our mind when we were in that problem, so we decided to go this way. And maybe I investigated and we changed.
Okay. Why not npm link instead of local file? No needs to reinstall after you change comments.
Well, I cannot answer this. Maybe Buri will. Yeah, hot reload on Windows. Yeah, the Windows thing. There was quite a lot of issue with Windows. We had one guy who was using it, and everything what we tried didn't work. So we had to really go this way with the Gulp task.
Well, Lenka, thank you so much for answering the questions and for your presentations.